Back with the man, the myth, the legend that is Nick Offerman. He's best known for his role as Ron Swanson from NBC's hit comedy Parks and Recreation, playing a Parks Department government employee who ironically hates government oversight.
And if you didn't know, he's also a best-selling author. We're talking about Nick, not Ron, by the way. And now he's out with his third book focusing on his other life as a woodshop owner.
It's called Good, Clean Fun, Misadventures in Sawdust at Offerman Woodshop. Nick, good morning. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you. You're all very good at talking and looking handsome.
We're just acting.
That was impressive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's start with the book. It's kind of a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of different things. Is that the intention going into it, or was it once you started, you just couldn't stop?
Well, no, I mean, I wanted to write a book about woodworking, but I couldn't just write a dry textbook, because my woodworking life involves the woodworkers at my shop, and it involves my community of artists and my heroes, and it also involves fun. So the book has legit woodworking, chapters about my heroes, and then also jokes, songs, recipes, fashion tips from my wife.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
It's amazing, because I flipped through the book before we were on the air, and it almost makes it seem like somebody like me who has no talent or skill at all could do it. You make it very palatable and accessible, I think.
Well, thank you. I mean, that's the idea. I wanted the woodworking books that I've learned from are very expert, but they're intimidating. So
right.
I wanted this to be a much more friendly introduction. The word fine woodworking makes people scared, and I want to impart the fact that if you build a crappy doghouse or a clothing rack or bookshelves, you're a woodworker, and that's your first project. Maybe your next one will be an improvement, or not.
You brought some things with you. You can tell us about it. But what was the first thing that you did on your own?
Well, gosh, the first official woodworking project, was something in like second grade art class. They gave us a piece of wood and a cutout clown head that you had to varnish on there, and a thing that said, "A smile is the nicest kind of welcome." And I put mine at a jaunty angle, and they gave me a D on it, and all the rest of them were straight. And I said, clearly, this is the finest work in the room. I'll show you, Mrs. Kaler.
I like to hold my head at a jaunty angle sometimes.
I think it gives it more personality.
Yeah, and it reflects who you are now. Who knew?
That's right.
Maybe answer the next question with a slight jaunt.
Hey.
There you have it.
You might find that, people respond a little bit more favorably. I'm not sure.
What do you have behind you? Tell us about it.
Well,
Is it a gift for Harry?
These are some of the projects in the book. This is a three-legged stool. This is one of my projects. One of the cool things.
It's incredible.
Thank you. It's I don't know if we're close enough, but the legs come through. This is called a wedged through tenon, and it's a really cool joint. So at the top of each leg is a square continuation with a slot, and you drive a wedge into it, and that locks that together.
That black piece is the wedge?
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's no screws or hardware.
What about this skill helps you in acting? Does it coincide in any way?
Only, I think, in the most general terms, if I take a couple steps back and say I have to keep my tools sharp so that I can carefully carve my performance or my stool, as they say.
You've actually been
really smart.
You've been woodworking
Poetic.
longer than you've been acting. Is that your preference? Or do you have a favorite?
I'd hate to have to choose. They're both things that I love doing. I mean, the nice thing about this is no network gives me notes on my canoe paddles. They've tried.
You brought out something for us. I think you have something to show. Meanwhile, Megan, your wife, Megan Mullally, your beautiful wife, you referenced. Oh, you made this? Or Megan made it for us?
Megan, no. This was made by my shop by a handsome young man named Thomas, who's one of the people featured in the book.
Wow.
And this is gorgeous. It's a piece of reclaimed elm from Los Angeles, from our friends at Angel City Lumber.
The Apollo, they have that wooden stuff at the Apollo, and you rub it for good luck. We should put this up, and when our guests come on, people should rub it for good luck.
I love it.
Like that.
I like that. We should do that.
And have it available so that if they misbehave,
oh, God, that's another show. Thank you.
You can apply good
Also
luck.
a weapon.
Nick Offerman, thank you so much. And we're going to use this as our tradition. It has started now.
Fantastic.
Rub it for good luck. Up next.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.